When I was a child, the most important person in my life was my grandfather. He basically was the one who stepped up to the plate and raised me since my father wanted nothing to do with me, and my mother was always busy working, trying to support me and my two other little brothers as a single mom. So I really didn't have anyone there for me throughout my life. He was my best friend, my shoulder to lean on, and my ear to tell him whatever I wanted to. If I had to, my venting person. If I had to vent about anything, he was the person I could go to at any time of the day or night. I can call him, go over his house, and do anything. He loved me unconditionally. When I was just 8 years old, he ended up passing away due to cancer from smoking cigarettes and other stuff that you shouldn't really be doing to yourself, like drinking and other stuff like that. But besides the fact, he was basically just doing stuff he shouldn't have done and got himself sick. And it took me a long time to understand that, but it's life, and that's what he made his choices. But besides that fact, he was still one of the most influential people to me throughout my entire life. And I know now that I have an angel watching out above me, because through his death, I learned some life skills that some people will never learn, because some people just don't face death. I've learned to treat those around you better, to cherish the times you do have with them, and make the most out of every event or gathering or whatever the case may be. Just let them know that sometimes, just go do that little thing to let them know that they do mean that much more to you. To be patient with people. Don't always get mad at people when they don't understand something, because the longest I was just so angry with myself because he wasn't there for me anymore. I was angry at the world. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know, because the one person I could go to and express myself to, the only person I could go to and express myself to at that time that I felt was gone, and I blamed everyone for it. Instead of just not getting mad I just got mad at the world. I blamed God, I blamed myself, I blamed everyone, and I basically blocked everyone out, and all that did was just cause more problems. So through his death, it taught me to start trying to be more patient and be more understanding, and to not get as angry and worked up quickly with people, because they could be going through something just as bad as you are, because it's life. So he's basically taught me plenty of stuff up until his death, but his death was basically the biggest lesson I probably learned, I'm guessing, throughout the whole experience. I still remember the exact events till this day. It's hard to forget them because I was so young, and so I guess you could say caught off guard by the whole fact of the matter that he died and that everything happened the way it did. I still remember waking up on that day. It was about, I don't even know, years back now. I want to say about 4 or 5 years now, something like that, or a little bit longer than that. I remember waking up on that day and my cousin coming in. She came in, and I looked her in her face, and she just said she just wasn't totally all there, and I was confused about it. She was my older cousin, so it wasn't like younger, but she was older, and she just didn't want to look at me or anything, and I was just not quite understanding why. And then my mom came in behind her, and I saw that blank expression in my mom's face that something just wasn't right. When you ever looked into your mom's face and something's just not right anymore, something's gone, someone did something wrong or something, and that's the look I got from her. And then she told me that my grandfather passed away, and I didn't I didn't know what to believe at the time. I didn't know if she was I just didn't know. I just got a very surreal feeling came upon me at the time. So I went over to my grandfather's house, not believing her. I jumped on my bike. I went over to my grandfather's house, not believing her. And just to see my grandmother sitting out there on the back porch, because she wasn't inside the house, just by herself, quiet, is when it finally hit me. Because then I realized that my grandfather wasn't around. Because normally he's always with her. He doesn't let her step outside without him being there to sit with her or to grill for her, cook her something, or just do everything for her. So she was just, and then I saw a look in her face, and that just, the most, I don't even really know how to describe it. It felt like I just swallowed an 8-pound bowling ball. It felt like the floor grew nails and just like went straight through my feet and wouldn't let me move, and my hands began to sweat, and I just couldn't control myself, and I just fell to the floor and cried. I didn't know the rush of emotions and feelings that I was feeling at the time. It was so new to me and so unheard of at the time for me, and it was just a very heart-pushing moment in my life to know that when I was 8 years old, to know that the one person that I had was the only person that was there for me at that time to lean on as a father figure, as anything, wasn't going to be there the next day I woke up. And that was probably the most hardening time in my life. But through, like I was saying, through his death, it taught me something that most people, I pray, would never have to go through in losing a loved one. Although it's a part of life, and you have to learn it, and to learn to let them go, because it's just God's plan. God has a better plan for everyone. And I just know that now I have a guardian angel that's always going to be watching over me, and when he looks down, I hope that he's not disappointed, and that I don't let him down, because I live life every day through him and through my mother, because I don't want to let either of them down. I'm getting a little tied up, but he just meant the world to me, and I still don't, till this day, don't know what God's plan is for me yet. It's hard to it's just hard to not know where to step sometimes, because you got to do it on your own. Fucking cry. And I know that the man I'm becoming nowadays without him is just bettering me. And I'm not gonna restart this video, even though I'm crying. I don't care. You can mark off some points for it. I don't care. Do whatever you gotta do. And like I was saying, the man that I'm becoming today is gonna be 10 times better than the man I was before them, because my goal is to be the best man that I know my grandfather would expect of me. Because even from the moment he sat me down and told me that I'm the best gift he ever received, and that since he told me that I was the best gift he was ever gonna have, I'm gonna basically live through him and let him know that the best gift that he ever got is gonna be the best man that anyone's ever seen. And I don't even. But basically, that's about it. That's me wrapping it up. He's my grandfather, Eugene Charles was his name. Was basically the most influential person I could think of to do this speech on, and I just want to wrap it all up by saying that